Welcome back to the Official Review. I'm Steve. This is Johnny. One big question on our mind is, which MLB team are you more worried about, the New York Yankees or the New York Mets? Johnny?
To me, it's more the Yankees. The Yankees right now are clinging on to their last wild card spot, only up half a game right now on Cleveland. It's funny because these both teams have been falling apart around the same time. Since the All-Star break, the Mets are 8-13, the Yankees are 9-13, but both teams are falling apart in very different ways. Since June 13th, the Mets are 30th in runs scored per game, while being 28th in runs allowed per game. And for the Yankees, their offense is 14th in runs scored per game, but their runs allowed per game is 26th. And it comes down to their bullpen, 26th in baseball since the 13th, and no one's really hitting in the clutch. Now, they were without Aaron Judge for a good stretch, but the issue is beyond Aaron Judge, like that lineup isn't really getting it done, and that bullpen's a mess right now. They made a lot of acquisitions at the deadline, getting to Oval, getting Jake Bird, who they already optioned to AAA, and getting David Bednar. But so far, I mean, Bednar had one save, but the bullpen's been a real big question mark for them. And Devin Williams has been unplayable lately. Volpe has been better as of late on the offensive side. But again, there's a lot of holes in that lineup, and it's getting late early for the Yankees. I mean, they're still holding on to a playoff spot, but man, things are looking really bad for them. So I worry about the Yankees, and the Mets really do have a lot of question marks too. It's harder for them to fall out of the playoff spot because of the way the NL is. They're currently 2.5 games up on the Reds, but their offense has been really bad too. So I could see a world where both New York teams fall out of the playoff spot, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the Yankees just because the AL is a little bit closer.
I'm glad you said that because I'm actually way more worried about the Mets. I feel the Yankees' problems are maybe a little more fluky. Like you said, Aaron Judge basically missed a week. He's just getting back. He hasn't hit a home run since being back, so I don't think he's fully back yet. But I do expect that Aaron Judge is going to pick it up. As for the Mets, I just think, hey, maybe there's a chance that they're not as good as we thought they were. Like last year, they were kind of like decent, and then at the end of the year, they got really hot. The vibes were so good. They had the OMG song. They had so much momentum, and I think that special sauce is just gone. So I think while the Yankees are pretty much the same team they were last year and obviously added players, I think they're just going through a slump. Their bullpen has been absolutely trash. Devin Williams cannot be the closer. They cannot play him late in the game. I think the Yankees' problems are way more obvious. While I look at the Mets and I'm like, I just think the vibes are off. I think the magic's gone. I don't think this team is that special. Sure, they added Juan Soto, but the vibes are off, man. I think having a good dugout and a very positive attitude is probably the more important in baseball than any other sport. And I think that's gone for the Mets. So I'm really worried about them. And yeah, I think they're probably going to slip out of that wild card spot.
Here's where the issue lies for the Mets, really, is your three best players on your offensive side are Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, and Juan Soto. Since the All-Star break, Juan Soto is batting .203 with just doing some quick math, a 740 OPS. Oof. Pete Alonso is batting .190 with a 640 OPS roughly, and Francisco Lindor is batting .169 with about a 605, 610 OPS. Sorry, I'm doing the math while I'm looking at the stats.
It's impressive.
So these three players who are the core of your lineup being that bad, obviously these players are better than this, but it's a really big problem if you get three guys in your lineup, you're hoping that one of them can really stand out if the other two are faltering. But right now they all are. So I could see them, one of these players snapping out of it. But yeah, it's not a great situation for the Mets. I mean, they've really fallen apart, losing 11 of 12, 7 in a row now. I mean, they've been playing the Brewers, who are good, but I mean, man, those games were heartbreaking too because they had a lead in all of them, and they lost in close games this weekend. So yeah, I mean, the Mets are falling apart. The Yankees are falling apart. Not a great time for New York sports.
One thing I'll add in there is like a lot of these Yankees losses are so close to being wins. They're losing in extra innings. They're losing at the very end of games. So, Yankee fans, you talk to them, they want to fire Aaron Boone. It's a lot of decision-making going on that's not working. And I think that is way more fixable than what I'm seeing with the Mets. The Mets are just super flat. I think the Yankees are a few pitches here and there, a few at-bats here and there from actually being ahead of the Red Sox in the wild card race. So I'm actually less worried about the Yankees. I think there's enough time. It's only August 11th. They have plenty of time to pick it back up, and I think they're going to make the playoffs.
One correction from earlier. I said the Mets were 2.5 up on the Reds. It's only 1.5 games, so it's much closer than I thought. So I don't know. I mean, the Reds are a scary team. Now, if you want to talk about who will replace them, who's more likely, the Reds or the Guardians, I kind of like the Reds more. They're getting Hunter Green back. That offense is dangerous. They've been playing well lately. Cleveland sold at the deadline. They're still playing well. But I think I'd choose the Reds as a more likely, person to jump than Cleveland.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the Phillies are a lot better than the Mets. While I'm not that sold on the Blue Jays. They just got swept, I'm pretty sure, last weekend by the Dodgers. So I think the AL East is a little, I don't know if the standings exactly reflect who the best team is. I think that the Yankees definitely have a chance to come back and make the playoffs, no doubt.
The Blue Jays almost got swept. They held on.
They held on.
Yeah, that was a great game.
I got my hopes up.